What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Heath Mullikin Project, the podcast where we're here to help you discover your purpose, your passion, and your possibilities. We're doing a series on the book Win the Day by Mark Batterson. We're talking about heavenly things, 7 habits that will change your life. Today, on this episode of the Heath Mullikin Project, we're going to be talking about habit number 2, kiss the wave. Habit number 1 was flip the script, talked about changing your mindset. If you haven't watched that one yet, you need to go back and watch that because that is the foundational work of what we're trying to do. If you don't start working on that, all this other stuff is just going to fall apart. What does Mark Batterson mean by kiss the wave? To break it all down in simplest terms, it's looking at obstacles as opportunities, that we should embrace adversity instead of avoiding it. There are so many people, and I think particularly in the post-COVID world, that have become so risk averse that they don't want to do anything difficult. Like if there is even a little bit of pushback or a little bit of resistance, they're just done. We have a generation that has literally hit the snooze button on their life. They have literally just snooze, 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 snooze in every area of their life. It's not just that they're not getting out of bed and living with joy and living with intention and living with energy. They're just avoiding anything. They're just trying to coast through life. And here's the thing, the obstacles in our life can be opportunities for growth if we, with the help of the Holy Spirit, with the wisdom of the Lord, if we face them head on and say, okay, this is a challenge. How can this challenge, instead of being a setback, how can this challenge, if I face it correctly, prepare me for it? I think we have to develop resilience. We have to develop our faith. We have to develop the ability to trust God in the middle of the storm. And remember that adversity, trials, tribulation, all of those things reveal our character. And I really believe that as Christians, it is facing hard times with grace and dignity and the power of the Holy Spirit that is the biggest witness to people who don't know the Lord. People who don't know the Lord, if we're just coasting through life and we're not being challenged and we're not growing and there's not some tension there in our life, what is appealing about that kind of faith? But if people see someone who is chasing it, who is chasing the line, who is not afraid of risk, who is not afraid of adversity, who again, Jesus said, in this world you will have trouble. But take heart, for I've overcome the world. If you're hitting that snooze button over and over and over, you are not going to overcome the world. And when we don't overcome the world, we lose our witness, we lose our testimony, we lose our influence. James 1, paraphrase, says, consider it pure joy when you face trials of many kinds. That we should consider it a joy that these things are happening. Because when these things happen, the Lord shows up. Why would we think that the Lord is not going to be there in our darkest, toughest valleys, our darkest, toughest times? And with God, all things are possible. So You got to kiss the wave. You got to ride the momentum. You got to turn the obstacle into an opportunity with the Lord's help. None of this is about our own strength. None of this is about our own ingenuity. God uses all that. God gives us strength. God gives us creativity. God gives us ingenuity. God gives us willpower. He gives us all those things. And when those things come in concert with the Holy Spirit, that's when you win the day. And that's when you're a light in a dark world. And that's what all of this is all about. That's what these habits are all about. So again, habit number 1, flip the script. Habit number 2, ride the wave. I appreciate everybody's support. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, get all the notifications. Facebook, like this thing, give me a good emoji, and share it. Let all your friends know. And like the page, the Heath Mullikin Project. There is the page. And we also have the Facebook group. That's a private Facebook group where if you got something going on or got a question, that's where we do those. I am not a man that's hard to find on the internet. So whether it is commenting on YouTube or sending me a private message, I'm on Instagram. I'm everywhere. I'm pretty sure I'm only Heath Mullikin in the world. That's just how it is. And you can, if you're like wanting the history of Heath Mullikin, heathmullikin.com has 10 plus years of blog posts. And one of the things I'm really trying to do is get all of the past 200 plus podcast episodes put onto the website. So it's kind of like a one-stop shop for all things Heath Mullikin. I'm excited. I'm fired up, man. God's doing some amazing things in my life. He's helping me ride the wave in a lot of things. And I'm just so grateful. And I'm grateful for you. And I want you to know, if you're watching this, no matter where you are in life, it's time, there's always an opportunity for a new day. There's always an opportunity to win the day. Again, all these episodes, we're just going to be talking about the habits, scratching the surface. I greatly encourage this book. This book, along with Your Best Year Ever, can you tell that I love these books? They just kind of reinforce each other. So I'm a huge fan of Mark Batterson and Michael Hyatt. So I appreciate your support. Appreciate you listening to this podcast. Again, it's the Heath Mullikin Project, where we're helping you discover your purpose, your passion, and your possibilities. And I hope to see you soon.